In Greek mythology, there are several gods and goddesses associated with different emotions and aspects of life. One such deity is Achlys, the primordial deity of sadness and misery. Achlys, which means mist, is often depicted as the personification of sorrow and despair. She is also known as the goddess of the eternal night and is said to have existed even before chaos. Achlys is often associated with loneliness, as her presence brings about a sense of desolation and isolation. Her misty and melancholic nature reflects the deep sense of sadness and misery that she embodies. In Greek mythology, Achlys is often invoked in times of great despair or when one is feeling particularly isolated and alone. She serves as a reminder of the deep and profound emotions that come with loneliness and the isolation that can accompany it. Another god associated with loneliness in Greek mythology is Hades, the ruler of the underworld. Before his marriage to Persephone, Hades was often depicted as a solitary figure, presiding over a realm that was often neglected by the other gods and goddesses. The underworld was a place of darkness and silence, inhabited only by the souls of the dead. Hades' association with loneliness is further emphasized by his role as the ruler of the dead. In Greek mythology, the dead were often depicted as being separated from the world of the living, existing in a state of perpetual isolation and solitude. As the god of the underworld, Hades was responsible for presiding over the souls of the deceased, further reinforcing his association with loneliness and the isolation that comes with death. The association of Hades with loneliness is also evident in his relationships with the other gods and goddesses. Unlike his brothers Zeus and Poseidon, who ruled over the sky and the sea, respectively, Hades was often seen as being apart from the rest of the divine pantheon. His realm was often depicted as being distant and removed from the world of the living, further emphasizing his association with loneliness and isolation. Hades' loneliness is also reflected in his personal life, particularly before his marriage to Persephone. In many myths, Hades is depicted as a brooding and solitary figure, often longing for companionship and connection. His marriage to Persephone, the goddess of spring and the daughter of Demeter, brought about a significant change in his demeanor and the perception of his realm. In conclusion, both Achlys and Hades are associated with loneliness in Greek mythology. Achlys, the primordial deity of sadness and misery, embodies the deep sense of sorrow and despair that often accompanies loneliness. Hades, the ruler of the underworld, is often depicted as a solitary figure presiding over a realm that is shrouded in loneliness and isolation. Both of these deities serve as powerful reminders of the profound emotions that come with loneliness and the isolation that can accompany it in the world of Greek mythology.